Yo, I know it's been a minute, but we are finally back. And today, we got a banger. We got Ninjago Tournament Elements. This is probably my favorite season in Ninjago, to be honest. I mean, the other seasons were also pretty good, like the Moro season and like the first season. But this is my favorite season, in my opinion, due to the fights. Well, that's enough talking. Let's go ahead and get started. Season begins with Lloyd doing like the basic ninja stuff, like dodging tripwires, doing backflips for literally no reason, and then we see him fight these like I don't even know what to call them. I mean, I guess they're robots. So he starts fighting these robots, and not gonna lie, Lloyd's power is honestly so tough. This nigga can really just create things out of thin air. You can't tell me that shit ain't hard. We then find out that Lloyd was just really training for real, and Sensei Wu is wondering where the other ninja. This is when Lloyd starts lying for his ass, saying, "Oh, they really wanted to be here, but they really had last minute plans." Like, bro, let's be so serious right now. Those niggas did not want to come. I do understand where they're coming from though, because Zane technically just died. So I understand that they don't have the heart in the game anymore, but at least Lloyd's trying his best. This is when Sensei Wu says that Zane's death will either bring them closer together or tear them farther apart. Honestly, Sensei Wu and Master Uguay always be dropping complete bars. Those niggas know exactly what to say and exactly when to say it. They're actually so tough. Then it cuts over to Jay, and it turns out he's like a host for this like off-brand American Ninja Warrior. After his segment is over, Lloyd pulls up on him. Lloyd basically tells him that he needs to go back on the team, but Jay was not about to fight next to Cole because he took his girl. Keep in mind, this girl is Kai's sister. If you guys are Kai in this situation and two of like your best friends wanna crack your sister, what are y'all doing? A nigga like me gotta take matters into my own hands. You can take that as you want. Anyways, Lloyd says that Nia still talks about Jay, and a master of lightning should not be working this kind of job. And honestly, he's completely right, because if I was a master of an element, you would not catch me working this minimum wage 9 to 5. I would go like do anything else in my life. Anyways, Jay just looks at the mirror, and then it cuts over to Lloyd pulling up on Cole. We find out that Cole is basically like cutting wood as his job. He then tells Lloyd that he's pretty much tired of fighting niggas, and also he's tired of Jay because of Nia. Bro, Nia cannot be the only girl in Ninjago. There's a million other girls to pick for. Why is the only girl that these guys care about Kai's sister? This is so crazy to me. When Cole starts having yap session to Lloyd talking about, oh, over here, no one knows who you are and you have no expectations. This nigga pretty much said that the lights were too bright for him to handle. Anyways, while he's talking to Lloyd, like a log or like a tree starts falling down. This is when Cole does a front flip and then uses that one type soul move and then saves everyone from the tree. As Cole is walking off whatever, Lloyd tells him if he changes his mind, he knows where to call him. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was tough. Now that I'm thinking about it, Cole said that no one knows who he is, but isn't that just like cap? Because I swear those four ninja have to have the most motion in that whole city. Like realistically. Like those niggas had to deal with Lord Garmadon, snakes, serpentine, like everything. So I don't know how you're in Ninjago and don't know those niggas. Then find out what Kai was up to, and turns out he's in some like underground fighting club. And look at the fit he has on. This honestly reminds me of Celtic Shack, because what is this nigga wearing? Cue the music. Honestly, this downfall is so sad to see, because this guy really went from being up there with the Zane and Lloyds of the world. Now he's just a bum ass nigga. You cannot believe the name that they gave him. They said the Flaming Shogun. Like nigga, let's be so serious right now, bro. You're gonna give the Master of Fire that sorry ass name? You guys didn't even try. Got that shit straight from ChatGPT. Anyways, Kai wraps up his fight quickly, and then Lloyd starts talking to him. Then look at Kai's face when Lloyd started talking to him. This nigga did not want to see him. You guys will not believe what Kai says next. Bro, when I heard him say this, I honestly was about to punch my screen. I knew this nigga couldn't be serious. Kai then says, who says the great and powerful green ninja still needs a team? Not only is this crazy passive aggressive, but also, bro, he snatched your green ninja chain 4 seasons ago. There's no way you're still talking about this. Like, nigga, let it go. And peep Lloyd's face when he was saying this shit. He knew this was bullshit. Kai starts going on a rant about, oh, it should have been me to die, not Zane. Like, bro, what is this gimmick he has going on in his head that everything should be him? You are not like that anymore, bro. It is not season 1 anymore. Pack it up. Then we see Lloyd finally crash out on this nigga. He said first was the Green Ninja, now this. Then Lloyd, straight to this nigga's face, says when you gonna start thinking about someone other than yourself. Lloyd then vanishes and says, if you change your mind, you know where I'll be. We then see like Kai pull up the Zane statue, and then we see all the ninja reunited in a noodle shop. Before we even go to what they were talking about, why is Lloyd the only nigga that pulled up in his ninja fit? Like, does he not have any normal clothes? Look at everyone else come with like calm, like hoodie and jacket, whatever. But Lloyd came with his green ninja outfit. Like, gang, yes, we see the fit. That's when we found out that this discussion is about whether or not they should find a ninja to replace Zane. Of course, all the ninja were not hearing it, saying Zane's irreplaceable. Like, I guess he's irreplaceable. And all of a sudden, these thugs pull up to the noodle shop. That's when they press the cashier or whatever for the money in the register, and the ninja realized the guy got active again. Before the ninja start doing whatever though, look what they did to this nigga. They picked him up and put him down like that. Me personally, if that's me, I'm not letting that happen. That's when Kai and Cole start putting in work. But Kai, I don't know what you were even doing, bro. This guy shot at least like 20 plates and didn't hit any of them. Like, nigga, let's be so serious. Even Jay in the background is confused because are they paying for the damages of that? This nigga broke 30 plates at least. This nigga Kai was looking like Shaq from 3-point line. Everything was a straight air. Anyways, Ninja finally like finished their fight and the thugs run outside. Ninja follow them outside and all of a sudden they see a letter or poster, I guess, with Zane's face on it. And like apparently it says it's alive. And also, why is Lloyd like the only person who can read that language? Is this nigga just like a complete prodigy that can read like several languages? Golden Ninja, what can this nigga not do? Anyways, after a lot of yap, we find out the ninja got invited to something called the Tournament of Elements. And apparently, they gotta leave their weapons behind. Anyways, like time skips a little bit. Let me see Lloyd in his room and he's getting ready to dip. He then caps to his pops saying, oh, we're just gonna go fishing. And tell me why this nigga left his fishing rod when he dipped. Like, he didn't even try to hide it for real. Before, like, he did that or whatever, like, he asked his pops for his people with more, like, master elements like them. And obviously, his pops was surprised by that question, because why are you asking that? Sensei Garmadon knows that something is wrong, though, because he also sees Master Chen's, like, noodle bowl thingy. I don't know what they call it, but yeah. Then go over to the ninja, like, getting ready to board the ship, and they pulled up with their old fits. Kai was not feeling the fit, however. Kai then asks this dumbass question. He said, oh, in the tournament elements, is there really people with more powers like us? Like, what do you think? It's literally in the name. Lloyd ignores how idiotic that question was and just said that his dad was really suspicious when he talked to him about it. As they get ready to board the ship, Kai gets a look at Skylar. And I generally don't think I've seen anything more corny in my lifetime. Like, Kai, there's bigger fish to fry. You have been a plumber for I don't even know how many seasons, and this is what you're focusing about? Like, my goat is truly washed. The true goat, however, Lloyd tells him to lock back in. Turns out that Jay really tried to sneak in his nunchucks. Like, bro, that was really never gonna work. Anyways, Ninja proceeds to finally go on the plank, and as they go on the plank, Sensei Garmaran pulls up and says, if you guys go on that island, you might not come back. This is due to the fact that he says Master Chen is dangerous and can't be trusted. Honestly, if Sensei Garmaran is telling me something, I am wasting no time. I'm getting off that ship immediately. Like, honestly, Zane just gotta go. I am not gonna argue with a nigga who literally was holding 4 of the golden weapons at the same time, was like a mass overlord. I'm good off that. Lloyd has a completely different idea as me though. He said Zane is family, and to complete his family, he has to get his nigga back. Honestly, Lloyd could go do all that though, cause what, he's like the master of spinjitzu, whatever. Yeah, you can handle that. Not me though. That's when Sensei Garmadon says, well, if I can't stop you, I might as well join you, and knocks a nigga off the ship. You better hope that nigga can swim. That's when the ninja finally get ready to go to the island. We then get like a sort of little montage of everyone who's on the ship. And the ninja realize this really is the big leagues, and shit ain't sweet. We then find out the person who's in front of the ship, name is Klaus, and he's Master Chen's right-hand man. We also find out from Sensei Garmadon that powers are passed through generations. And that's when Kai says, wait, but Nia doesn't have any powers. And I'm not gonna lie, this is honestly elite foreshadowing from Ninjago. Honestly reminds me of Bleach. And see like all like the people Garmadon's explaining. First we see someone could go invisible. Then we see this nigga who's like off-brand Wally West. Like, why are you jumping in there? You're actually not him. Also, he was moving slow as shit. So I'm not gonna lie, he's about to be a first round exit. Honestly, this guy might just be the Sixers. We then see Kai feeding over a girl that he doesn't even know who she is, her age, her name, anything. Like, look how he's looking at her. Like, nigga, lock in. And the girl starts getting impressed by like this other guy, and Kai for some reason feels the need to step in. Like, nigga, you're not Batman. And starts talking about some, oh, but honor is something to me. But back when Lord was talking to him back in the underground fight club, this nigga did not care about no honor. Niggas try to do anything in front of the hoes. The girl then says that she got it covered, but Kai, for some reason, is still trying to show out. Like, you're not Jordan Poole, you're not Romeo. I don't know who you think you are. Bro, she does not need you, gang. Kai then starts rage baiting this nigga for some reason, and Sensei Garmon, being a wise man, says, bro, let's leave for the tournament. Kai, though, does not care about none of that. Kai then proceeds to rage bait him, like, bro, you do not need to be doing all this. He then gets put in the meanest Undertaker chokehold that I've ever seen, and honestly, this nigga deserves it. He then asks the other ninja to go help him, like, bro, you just lost any ore you just try to gain in front of the girl. It's completely lost. Bro, this is your fight to handle. Bro, peep, she ain't even looking at this nigga. That's how you know this nigga is so sorry. Then he gets sent like 30 yards by this nigga. Ninja were about to slide for Kai, but Sensei Garmon says Kai started this, so he gotta finish it. Kai then starts shooting like fireballs at him, and then he goes into like the steal mode. Then starts to run at Kai. Kai tries weaving a couple of times, but then he finally gets hit. This nigga punches him up from the ground, at least like 30 feet in there, like he's Michael Jordan, and now has him on like the top of the ship. At the start of the fight, Kai was low-key getting his ass beat, but then he finally locks in. Starting changing and pose crazy, like Kai has his hands like fired up right now, like he got divergent fist. And these niggas still keep on throwing elite hands. Kai though ends up on the ground and it's a battle to lose before Klaus saves him. I'm not gonna lie, this is a crazy way to go out. Especially when you're trying to show out in front of the host, you cannot put up this kind of performance. A nigga like me will be moving like 2018 Braun. Girl then says, I was sorry to being like cold to you earlier. And then when they like shake hands or dab up or whatever, you see like this like weird like infused thing. I don't know what that could be. And then look how Kai is cheesing at her. Honestly, just have to take a moment here because honestly, these Kai performances the last 4 seasons have been nothing short of disappointing. As I was growing up, Kai used to be my favorite ninja, but looking back at this nigga, he really is a plumber. And honestly, I don't know where I went wrong, but I don't know how I didn't see this as a kid because this nigga is so sorry. Then see, the ninja finally made it to Chen's Island. And that's the end of episode 1. Episode 2 begins with a ninja getting on the island, and basically, Lord Garmadon explains that Chen was a traitor and sided with the snakes. While like all the like ninja and Garmadon are talking, Kai then peeps Skylar again. Or I guess like her name isn't revealed yet. But then he pushes all the ninja back and says lady first. Like how can a nigga be so corny? Look at the face that Lord Garmadon gives him. No one can take this nigga serious. And there's like a bunch of whole yap that really doesn't matter. But then we find out that Lord Garmadon Sensei was Master Chen. And we finally see Master Chen. Chen then starts like yapping, saying, oh, look at the Master of Fire, like the prophesized green savior. And then he says that only one can remain. He then reveals the brackets and turns out that the ninja won't be fighting each other for a while, giving them hopefully enough time to find Zane. And then explains that the Fang Blade is pretty much what they need to survive in the competition. And apparently winning will give you a mass fortune. Lord Garmadon then asks us, wait, almost if they lose. Chen though just brushes it off, saying, oh, who wants to lose? And the crowd laughs it off. It turns out that all the ninja got their own custom rooms. And of course, Kai's room is right next to Skylar. And again, for some reason, we get another scene of Kai just feeding for Skylar. Like, bro, how many times are you gonna do this before you either A, shoot your shot, or B, start being a bitch ass nigga? Jay's room, for example, has a gaming console. Cole's room has unlimited food and an actual rock bed. And Lloyd's room is just something calm. Then see them try to kick Lord Garmadon off the island, but obviously Lord Garmadon was not about to let that happen, and he just climbed straight back up. While everyone was chilling, Chen makes an announcement that you have to come back with a Fang Blade, officially beginning the Tournament of Elements. Jay was chilling in the bath when he gets pulled up on, and it turns out this guy is the Elemental Master of Nature. Honestly, this ability is so sorry. Like, you're just a very much watered down and worse version of Cole. I would not want to have this. While the two of them are fighting, the Elemental Nature guy realizes that their Fang Blade up above. There also turns out to be a Fang Blade above Skylar and Kai. Where Lloyd also is, he also sees a Fang Blade. Once Lloyd follows Freeze to get his Fang Blade, he gets tripped, and then when he tries to fight this guy disappears in front of him and then hits him with a mean right hook. And this is crazy. Kai got pushed as a grown man. I don't even actually he's probably not a grown man. He's like a teenager probably. He got pushed to his back. Me personally, I'm not letting that happen. I'm hitting the gym the second this happens. Actually, you won't even see me again. Anyways, Kai gets back up and then they start trying to head for the Fang Blade. While they're trying to get it, however, Kai knocks her down and for some reason decides to hold her up still. Like niggas be fake demons. And did maybe the bottom 5 move I've ever seen in my life. For some reason, he threw her up in the air to give her a hype boost. I don't know how stupid a nigga can be, but honestly, he's up there. Then we see that Skylar pretty much got a free chase to the Fang Blade. Kai, this is gonna go down in the record books. We then see what Cole is up to, and turns out he's just been eating the whole time, and now he can barely move. And when he spots a Fang Blade, Offman Wild West here goes to try to get it. We then go back to Jay, and he somehow distracts this guy by turning on the TV, allowing him to get a Fang Blade. We then go back over to Lloyd, and this nigga's borderline doing a 1v3, 1v4. That is my true GOAT. But when he's about to get the Fang Blade, however, Klaus tries to stop him with some dark arts. Sensei Garmadon, however, is just casually walking up the stairs and is able to stop Klaus, allowing Lloyd to get the Fang Blade. That's 2 out of 4. Then cut over to Cole, who's also doing 1v3. He outpowers everyone, but of course, he can barely move, moving like Dave Blunt's. Someone like the invisible guy goes to grab the Fang Blade, and now Cole has to chase him. Cole then uses his battle IQ to like hit the pillar, so then dust can cover the invisible guy, so he's able to trace him. And then he uses Spinjitzu to be able to get the Fang Blade. Someone on the wall, however, took his Fang Blade. I don't know how Cole, as a ninja, is not able to hear that, but that is what it is. He then is able to conveniently find one under some like bench. That makes 3 out of the 4 ninja the Fang Blade, leaving only Kai. And see what Kai's up to, and they're ready to run the fade for the last Fang Blade. They then exchange blows, and somehow, by the end of it, the other nigga walks out with the Fang Blade. And when it seems like Kai is about to get knocked out, this nigga somehow got a screwdriver. I don't know where he got that from, but he unscrews this guy's like Gollins thingies, and then grabs the Fang Blade for himself. The other ninja were happy, but Sensei Garmadon was not hearing it whatsoever. Honestly, it's time to have a real discussion about Kai, because this nigga almost got out in the first round. He tried to do his best Sixers impression. I don't know when my GOAT got so washed, but he can't even beat Plumbers when he was trained by Sensei Wu and the Master of Fire. Never want to see this nigga Kai in the best ninja debates ever again. After the past 4 seasons I've watched, my PR and personal opinion on him has completely diminished. Anyways, the nigga says that Kai cheated, which he obviously did, and Kai's like, oh, I did what I had to do, like I guess. Armadon then presses him, saying that's not how you win, and he's honestly completely right. But honestly, Kai has his mind on only one thing right now, so I don't think he cares how he accomplishes it. This is when we see Jen hit some lever, and then that nigga is gone. Then go over to like the ninja getting eats, and they're all wondering what happens when you lose. Garmadon, however, says not to worry about it. That's when Kai decides, oh, we should just get Zane today, and we should just leave this crazy island today. Bro, he knows damn well that he does not want to leave this island. Because Skylar is here, that nigga could care less about leaving. I don't know why he's lying like this. Honestly, this is just bad episodes by Kai. Honestly, it's been a bad couple seasons. Let's see what Kai's really done throughout this whole entire show. He got his green ninja chain snatched by Lloyd. His sister is going for both Cole and Jay, and he's done nothing about it. I actually don't think there's been a bigger bitch ass nigga. Anyways, Ninja decided to meet at midnight to find Zan. First people to get there are Lloyd and Cole. Jay pulls up a little later, but his timing is very unfortunate because Skylar decided for some odd reason to go out to the balcony. That's when Jay drops down and Kai has to push Jay down so Skylar doesn't see him. But keep in mind, Jay is completely struggling to hold himself up. I don't know what kind of training Sensei Wu has them going on, but they don't have basic upper body strength to like hold up for. It hasn't even been like 30 seconds yet, and this guy's already struggling. Maybe Jay is just weak, but Sensei Wu might have to up the training regimen. Anyways, Kai has to end the conversation with Skylar quickly, so Jay can get to his crib. While they're trying to come up with a plan to get Zane, Cole finds like a secret door. Also, now look how Jay is able to completely hold himself up fine. I mean, I guess, bro. Honestly, none of this makes any sense. And then to top it all off, Kai says, wait, maybe Zane isn't on the island, but in it. Isn't that the same thing? Like, this nigga has said nothing useful this whole episode. That's when the ninja are able to hear people through their rooms. That's when they find a peephole, and Jay wastes no time to look through it. And it turns out that it's Skylar. This nigga Kai wastes no time to look through. At this point, I'm tired of cooking this nigga because he's honestly just so sad that like I low key feel bad for him. It's kind of how like I feel with Megami, but it might be even worse because I honestly had such good PR for Kai growing up, and seeing my goat this wash honestly brings a tear to my eye. While they're doing this crazy invasion of privacy, we then see Skylar light fire from her hand, and the ninja think her power is fire. That's when they find some secret tunnel, like booby traps. Also, here's some guards. Before we talk about them taking down the guards and like sealing their fate or whatever, but can we talk about how they're not even behind the rock. They're completely poking out the rock, so I guess the guards are just completely blind because I swear, like in their peripheral vision, they could see at least 3 of the ninja. Anyways, they make it where Klaus and Chen are chilling. Then saw Karlov or whatever, like the person who lost the Kai, and his power is drained by Chen. Also, can we talk about how all the ninja are like just not in the same positions as any of the other like guards or whatever? So I don't know how Chen hasn't realized, but it is what it is. Anyways, Ninja realized that the whole point of the tournament is just for Chen to steal everyone's powers, and they just have to play along. While they're discussing, however, their disguise finally wears out, and they got a dip. Also important to note that Chen used ice, so basically he's already stole Zane's power. Also realize that they get sent to the factory after they lose their powers. We just like also talk, I know I said the nature's guy's powers is pretty bad, but honestly, this metal power is also up there too because he honestly got cooked by Kai out of all people. I mean, I know he technically won this fight, but losing the Kai in itself is already terrible. Anyways, the ninja make it out safely, but a part of Jay's pants got ripped off. So now Klaus knows who it was. That is the end of episode 2.